Hello, my dear Pharma Network. And here we are again from sunny Barcelona, from Reuters event. And I have a very special guest for you in our improvised studio. Haider Alleg, he is a strategist who works with Pharma for decades, like
20 years.
20 years,
Yeah.
right? And now is from watching us from a little bit different perspective, from the perspective of the venture capitals. So
Correct.
it's Allegory Capital, which the company you represent.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Welcome, Haider.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. And now, like when we are all together, we really were on the very important subject, AI in pharma. As much of all of us are AI everywhere speaking. What do you think AI is doing?
I mean, it's like a wave that you could anticipate. It was coming few years back. When we look at a pharma company structure, AI or intelligent systems or a large language model, they were kind of already there in R&D and tech ops. The factories. If you look at the factory chains, if you look at R&D in silico modeling to accelerate research, those people had actually vendors and they had actually AI cooking. What's new, I think that's why there are those conferences, it's commercial operation, which is represent a third of the budget of a pharma company. Commercial operations defined by sales, medical, and marketing start to realize that this could have an impact. And I think that's why we have so much noise about it.
You think it's a noise? It's like there is a fair share of this, very productive insight, even for commercial, for medical.
For the moment, I think if you look at most of the companies that are still on Outlook with Copilot, it's still a noise because honestly, I have not seen yet companies understanding the full power of an AI automated agentic system, where basically, I'll give you an example where Coca-Cola, for example, they have what we call dark factories. So a factory that has no lights, right?
Yeah.
So there is only one guy, which is an admin, an IT admin that operates the factory. All the rest is basically AI driven. So I'm not saying that AI is coming for jobs, but there is enough automation that could be held that the boring part of the job, like taking, I don't know if you see how factories are made, right? So you need to, at packaging, you need to basically take boxes, check, do the quality. So these are tasks that could be potentially automated and not really interesting for humans. So FMCG companies already know that we are shifting humans to better tasks, right? That are using their power. In commercial operations, if you start to do the copy paste of this, will you say that a sales rep on Sunday preparing his meeting or his next week is going to check boxes and reading AI summaries? Is this what we want, right? As an automation. Maybe this is not what is the best way of using AI or the human times. So I think that if I answer your question, there are still some room to do a better usage of AI in commercial operations. Some people in medical affairs, I guess, are better suited to use it to prepare, for example, summaries for publications or to do an essay on macro publication. So that type, I think the good example will come from scientific affairs.
That's perfect. And since you have spent a lot of time with pharma in your career, so I would like you to give us the advice. So how we can improve all this impact. So to make it real. So what we need to do as pharma marketeers, as professionals, what to do.
I think it's not so much of a technology shift. I will say it's more of a culture shift. First, if you don't have a curiosity, like if you're like a marketeer and you don't see the power of, for example, preparing a new campaign for your product, like remember e-detailers. It was costing a lot of time to do HTML e-detailers. Now you can spawn an e-detailer in 5 minutes, right? So the technical complexity is not there anymore. But what would be interesting for a marketeer if they listen to this, you have patient journeys, HCP adoption ladder, you have data. If you start basically playing with those data with an AI system that will start to give you which key message to personalize you see, so you have to be curious to basically see the power of those tools If you think that this needs to be outsourced to an agency and wait for the agency to do the cooking for you, that is for me where we didn't change anything. We are still in the old model of defining a strategy and somehow the operational is going to be done elsewhere. I think the biggest shift right now is that marketing, sales, communication, scientific affairs are rediscovering that some operational activity can be re-internalized with the help of AI. And that requires a certain stance and curiosity to do this. So they need to get their hands dirty.
Such a beautiful advice. Get your hands dirty. Be curious.
Mhm.
Be enthusiastic. Be AI driven. Be
Correct.
driven by entire productivity of our sphere. Be compliant as well.
Of course, but you'll have a compliant bot at some point that will tell you what you can say in Hungary, in UK. It's going to come.
So thank you very much for being
Thank
with
you.
us. So, and I hope to have another episode with you. My dear listeners, if you are curious about other insights, please feel free reach out to Haider
For sure.
or myself. We are all at LinkedIn and even more.